Okay, so Braveheart 2, the Neth Lowland 80. She's 25.8 metres. Beautiful boat, full aluminium, been very well cared for by an experienced owner who has a lot of safety in mind. There are backup systems for the backup systems on this yacht, and she's in very clean condition. Nice exterior, very purposeful. Certainly makes all the use of the available beam, and it's a very impressive yacht. It's comfortable, the cabins are nice, the salon, galley and wheelhouse are really well open, well thought out. There's a huge platform on the back, and this is the tender over here called Ruby, and she has a 70 Yamaha on the back of it, and its own EPIRB and lights and VHF, and this granny bar and fender arrangement for easy boarding onto the yacht. Right, Flybridge of Braveheart, very big. Of course, you've got all of that full beam. I love the way that it's split, almost sort of 60-40 with all this working cockpit aft. From that, we've got a very large U-shaped sofa with an extendable table, perfectly shaded by the bimini. Another half sofa here on the starboard side, just in front of the fridge, and there's a small sink in here. There's storage underneath all of the sofa. Double sofa to starboard, so everybody's got a seat. So we're sitting 1, 2, 3, 4 people looking forward and still benefiting from all of this shade. Up on the Flybridge aft on Braveheart 2. So there's a sliding hatch here which gives access down to the enclosed cockpit. So we've got 3 or 4 storage lockers fitted onto the deck. The rib tender lifted up by the davit crane here. We also have an aluminium ladder up to the hardtop for solar panels, KVH domes, FLIR camera, Raymarine GPS antennas, and a wind generator. Just forward of the tender we can see 2 kayaks on wooden chocks mounted to the deck. Looking down onto the platform, we can see this was a custom platform designed, built and fitted in Coomera in Australia at Boatworks, and very nicely it's got the name of the boat cut into it with the kiwi fern symbol. Okay, so we're on the foredeck of Braveheart 2. We can see this is a nice safe boat. She's all aluminium, good height here on the rails, very safe deck. It's a painted deck. We've got recessed handrails back here as well, which is quite nice. The owner just pointed out to me there are storm boards which can go on the forward windscreen. This boat has driven across the Tasman Sea. Walking forward, really flat open deck area, lots of space. We have a sofa bed here across the front with some lights, storage locker either side and stereo speakers, and the twin anchor setup here. So that's a nice powerful windlass with 110 meters of chain through the pockets out, so nice safe anchor handling as well. She's an aluminium boat, so aluminium deck, and the bits and the fair leads all built in, and usable space right up into the bow when we look back at the boat. Because it's a wide body, we only walk back as far as the wheelhouse, so there are wheelhouse doors on either side that we access the wheelhouse and then go into the full beam salon. Welcome aboard Braveheart, and welcome into the wide beam salon. As you walk in over to the starboard side here, we've got a lovely little bar area. So this greets any guests as they walk into the yacht. Beautiful bar area. We've got a TV in the cabinet, entertainment cabinet just in front of me. This is the companionway down to the master cabin, so that has its own entrance down to the cabin. Very, very large, very spacious, C-shaped salon. Just makes the whole thing incredibly spacious. I'm looking at the bar. We've got that enclosed cockpit aft, the dining. So it's a really, really nice space. Comfortable area with these 2 occasional coffee tables in the middle. We then have the dinette dining area opposite the galley, American style open galley. Steps up to the seats at the galley bench, the day head over to starboard, and then the 2 doors that take us into the pilot house forward. So forward end of the salon, we've got 2 steps up to this raised bar area, which is a nice counter area to this American style galley with granite tops, double sink. We've got a gas burner and oven over there, sharp microwave, and the very large LG fridge freezer. Good space, good height, lots of storage. Over to the starboard side, this is the day head, so there's a day head in there, companionway up to the Flybridge, and then this lovely large dining table just opposite to the galley, and a little bookshelf behind me. Lots of height, lots of light, and lots of space in this full beam salon. So we've got a separate semi-raised pilot house on Braveheart 2. She's quite far forward, but the visibility is excellent. So we have a centerline helm with this nice pilot seat, very comfortable. I've got 270 plus degrees vision all the way around, good height, I can see the bow, so this is good. We have stabilizer controls, that's the Wesmar hydraulic stabilizers, and ZF engine controls, bow thruster. We have a sat phone, Iridium sat phone just down there. 2 new Raymarine Axiom hybrid screens, so that's for chart plotter, depth and radar. There are 2 radars on this boat. We have the Simrad autopilot, that's a new head unit. CCTV from Furuno, a completely separate Simrad GPS plotter to port here. 2 radios, 1 VHF, 1 CB band, and an ICOM SSB over to port side. There's also yet 1 more GPS receiver, Furuno there, and then a decent sized chart table with doors out to port and starboard. Above we've got the wiper controls and tri-data giving us water temperature, speed, wind condition and depth. This is partitioned off from the galley and the salon, so we have this glass partition and we have the glass doors to close, and a nice bench seat for somebody to accompany the helmsman. Okay, this is the forward VIP cabin on Braveheart. It's a nice space, there's a good 1.5 meters as you walk in. The bed's at a very nice level and it's big. A TIAC TV on the starboard side, GPOs, aircon, 4 opening hatches. We have a fusion system and USB for charging phones. And as we look around, there's the mirrored door to the head, which is a good size. Opening hatch and shower. And then as we walk out of the forward cabin, we have 2 identical cabins, port and starboard, with twin beds, opening hatches, good sized bed plus Pullman. So there's Pullmans on both sides, port and starboard. And then the door to the head in the middle, with vacuum toilet, opening hatch, aircon, and a good shower stall with a good lip and tiled floors. Okay, engine room of Braveheart 2, and as we walk in, aft centre, we've got the electrical panels. There's 2 water makers on the boat, one with the filters there, and that is an Aquamizer, FCI Aquamizer. We have an air compressor, air storage tanks, fixed firefighting cylinder. Over on the port side here, there's a Chargemaster 2440-3. The new exhausts that were fitted in Kumara. Port genset with some storage underneath and some tankage. It's all checker plate floor, but he's got carpets down as well. That's the top of the stabilizer. Top of the stabilizer there, which is hydraulic. There's the hydraulic tank, hydraulic pump, autopilot pump 1 and 2. And we can select the autopilot drives there. the blowers, which are very good and force a lot of air in, up in the deck head, and an escape ladder to port side. 3E fuel spinner, fuel separator, which is not operational, hasn't been used, and this boat has Raycor filters, dual Raycors between the tank and the manifold and the day tank. More Raycors as it comes out of the day tank, and of course fuel filters on the engine. We can record the fuel flowing into the day tank from here, and the owner keeps accurate records. And these are the fuel tank manifold. MAN engines, 769 HP, with start control panel on each engine. The port engine had a major rebuild in 2016, and the starboard engine a little bit less so, but new exhausts, so everything's very clean and good condition. The exhausts have a bypass valve operated at the helm, which allows the exhaust to be over the side or underwater. So when the boat's being berthed, it's better to put it underwater, otherwise there's a bit of splashing. Gearboxes pulled out and refurbished. Excellent alarm, very loud alarm, so if anything goes off you're not going to miss it. That's the main switch for the main fuel supply from the day tank. And we have a sight gauge so we can see what's in the day tank there. Bilge manifold to starboard, with some really nice stainless steel piping. This is an additional pump. This is for the gearbox cooling. Gearbox cooling would come off the heat exchanger here. So that pipe moves to there. The owner found in the tropics, even though the engines didn't overheat, they were hotter than he liked. So both engines have been fitted with this extra pump. That's an engine run pump that runs a little bit more coolant through the gearbox. On the starboard side of the engine room, we can see the second generator, more tanks, a small sink, and an air tank up there. So very nice engine room, very well lit. 2 steps down to the centre part. Everything can be moved out. They're straight drive engines. This is the second water maker, FCI. So there's the Aquamiser water maker. That looks like a hot water tank. And we have fuel management being recorded on the back of the engine room door. That's a watertight door with a cover door. And we have digital monitoring for tanks. And this is the energy command for the solar power system. If we come around here, we can see the strainers. So that looks like aircon. There's a large pump there. What's that? Deck wash pump. Everything is nicely labelled so we can see what's going on. And the bilge manifold, and the other side engine room from the port side. So thanks for taking a look at Braveheart 2. If you're in the market for an aluminium motor yacht that can be handled very easily by 2, then this is certainly one to have a look at. And when you get on board, she's easy to enjoy, and very nice yacht. We like it a lot.